Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the insane potential that the DeGods NFT project has as the first deflationary NFT project on Solana. So typically, I'm not too bullish on projects that have their token to be insanely deflationary. We've seen a lot of that go on like Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, but this has quite some interesting mechanics for an NFT project. It's definitely something that I've not seen been done on the Solana NFT ecosystem at least. So I'm very bullish on this project and I'll talk to you guys about why. So let's go onto their official website and you can check out some of the art. I like the art. It is a 10K profile pic drop, but they're doing something interesting as well. I mean, I like the art too, so they're definitely something that you could use to represent yourself in the metaverse. I mean, here we have a really cool DeGods NFT. It sort of looks like a Greek warrior, and we have zombies. This one looks like Dr. Manhattan, and I'll go into later on what the rarest DeGods might actually be. But DeGods have a few new things that I think are quite interesting, and the first thing is the paper hand bitch tax. So essentially, there's a 33% tax for everyone that sells under the floor or under their buy price. So what I think DeGods is trying to do, with the mint price being at 3 sol, if anyone tries to sell below 3 sol, they trigger a 33% tax. And then with that tax money, the treasury uses that tax money to buy back the lowest priced DeGods. So they will collect all of the taxes from people who are selling under their buy price or selling under the initial mint price. They'll use that to buy back all of those DeGods and then burn the DeGods here. So as you can see, over time, the DeGods will become more and more scarce because let's just say let's just say, for example, the floor was always above 3 sol, but there are going to be people who sell for a loss because they need liquidity for that sol. They need to sell immediately to go ahead and do something else. They might need to cover a margin position, pay bills, or they just don't want to hold the NFT anymore. So they'll have to sell and incur that 33% tax, and all of that tax revenues will then go towards burning the DeGods. So eventually, all of your common DeGods will eventually be burnt up, and then you'll just have people who have the extremely rare ones who have diamond hands and are holding this thing to the moon. Well, that's the plan. So the mint already happened on October 8th, 2021, and it was at 3 sol, so they collected quite a bit of money. But I want to show you guys some tweets that I think are quite interesting. This guy Uga on Twitter made a really good post where he compares what DeGods, uh, he compares what the DeGods team is doing to a central bank currency peg. It's literally not possible for you to run out of sol to buy back a DeGod trading anywhere below 3 sol, and this is assuming that you will be the only buyers in the market should price dip below 3 sol for any amount of time, which you won't be, as anyone with a brain can arbitrage this by buying lower than 3 and selling for higher, as we know that 3 sol peg is guaranteed. So basically, as long as the project creators don't spend a single sol that they get from the mint and put all the sol into a treasury to buy back DeGods, this thing will never stay below 3 for any period of time, ever. One side note is that it could end up having a mean reversionary price movement as it gets more dangerous for holders to hold at the high prices, as prices go above and beyond the 3 sol bid wall. So we could see this thing rip to 3, then fall again, then rip to 3, and then fall again several times, as an interesting game could be played where large players could buy as low as possible at 3 sol, then take that supply off the market, then use marketing and hype to drive up demand on decreased supply to rip price, and then flood the market with their DeGods at maybe 5 to 10x the mint price. Then all the retail FOMOs would panic as they see how far the 3 sol floor is to their entry, and panic sell all the way down back to the 3 sol, and then maybe a few dips below, at which point a good chunk would be burned. Then once this cycle of burning happens, smart money buys back in and takes supply off and repeats the cycle a few more times. So once sol adoption occurs, this project absolutely rips to the moon. He also points out that because of the unique tax mechanic, the team can actually do an interesting rising floor mechanism. Whereas the supply of DeGods is burned, the team should be able to raise the floor price by a combination of 33% tax funds plus the money saved from not having to buy back all the DeGods dropping below free sol from arbitrages. Basically, what this guy is trying to say is that the floor shouldn't really go below free sol, and if it does, you will have people who arbitrage the difference, as well as the DAO coming in and then buying up all of those DeGods and then burning them. So I have another interesting tweet here that basically points out that the DeGods wallet has over 1,000 sol to buy the floor and burn it. That is 33.3% of 24 hours volume. Weekly volume could be 1.75 million. This is similar to 5 projects on Sol, and he guesses that the cheapest price for one of these DeGods should be at least 20 Sol, or around 3,000 USD. So if I go onto this Solana Explorer, I can see that the burn wallet currently only has 982 Sol, but that's quite a bit of money, and they should be able to buy quite a few DeGods and burn them. We also have here an unofficial DeGods ranking sheet from one of the community members. So you can go onto here, and if you already have a DeGod, you'll be able to see how rare it is, and then you can price it accordingly. And then if we take a look at the roadmap, they've already done the mint. Now they're going to open up their marketplace. So DeGods currently aren't trading anywhere legitimately. There are a few listings up on SolSea, but most of them are scams. About only 3% of the SolSea listings are real, so it's quite difficult to find which ones are real, which ones are not. I would just wait for the DeGods NFT marketplace to go live, and it should go live at 3 p.m. PST on the 10th of October. So by the time you see this video, it will probably be live. So they'll get the marketplace up and running. So if you don't already have a DeGods, you can buy them from the secondary. So they will be the first community to guide members on launching their own NFT projects. So they're going to open source everything and have private office hours to help people launch their own NFT projects. And then they're going to form a DAO as well. So as the community wallet loads up from the 2.9% marketplace transaction fees, they're going to begin to allocate those funds. So I expect they'll probably start buying other NFT projects in the Solana ecosystem. So yeah, that was just a summary of the DeGods NFT project and why I'm so bullish on it. I didn't manage to get in on the mint, but I will definitely be buying this project on the secondary market and holding it for a while because I really believe in what they're doing. Because this is an extremely interesting NFT project amid the flood of 10k profile pic drops for 1 or 2 Sol that don't really have anything going for them. DeGod stands out amongst those, and I think will definitely reach blue chip status one day. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos about Solana NFTs.